Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here. New Bible from Church Bible Publishers, which I really love, church and local church. They do it as a ministry. You can get the finest Bibles in the world printing for a fraction of the cost you're going to pay from Allen, Cambridge, and around. So I had a good viewer send me this, greatly appreciated, Brother Higano Morales, hallelujah. And so hand-sized text, red letter, top grain cowhide. Boy, and it looks like some kind of ironed cowhide. So this is, they actually wrote in it what it is. This is kind of cool. And I'm going to note some things about it as we begin to examine it. You know, they come in the little blue boxes, at least blue box tops, but you have to pay like a couple bucks extra, but that kind of gives it an Allen feel. So hand-sized text-only Bible, CBP, Signature Series, Cameo, 1920, typeface. Oh, self-pronouncing text, red letter, 10-point font text. So that's just good. Now, they're really famous for like being able to roll up the covers. This one you can't. Now, cowhide is thicker, so it's kind of understandable that you're not able to kind of roll it up. It does come with the raised book bands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. It does come with the stitched covers. It does look like it's some kind of ironed as well. It doesn't have... Now, some people say you actually have to stamp that engraving in there. It depends on the type of leather, actually. But so this is top grain cowhide. I was going to see, does it say ironed anywhere? You could look that up. The 180 series comes with a nice presentation page, some good spine stabilization pages in the front. Really good. I really am always impressed with their, give to pages. It's going to be Smith sewn. It's going to have decorative headbands and tail bands. It's going to have some blank, thick cardboard pages for writing and for spine stabilization. It's got dual ribbon markers. We'll show you that. And got, again, the decorative headbands and tail bands. And I do have an affinity for the black and yellow headbands and tail bands. But you can tell, this is a thick, quality piece of leather. It just is. 180 RL, so it's a red letter. So this is actually, and it not only has that, it has the translator to the reader in it, which I love that. Everybody needs to read the translator to the reader. I can never understand people who don't really particularly care for the King James. They're like, every King James person needs to read the translator to the reader. I'm like, yeah, they do, because it says we're striving for a perfect Bible. And it explains why they use certain terms, explains they've never yet seen a complete English Bible from the Catholics and all of this, and how the Catholics try to obfuscate, because that's a big thing right now, saying that this stole from the Dewey Reams. So you'd have to go with what Miles Smith and others said. Just fantastic print. This is, the Cambridge large print, French Moroccan leather, is this with a little bit bigger type. Now, this is probably going to be a little bit better quality and a little less expensive. But if you want bigger type, the Cambridge from Evangelical Bible primarily, sometimes you can get it off Amazon, $70-something normally. Sometimes I find them cheaper than that, but they're not red letter. Now let's see with Smith sewn if it's going to lay flat somewhere in Genesis. Yes, it is. That's Genesis 10. And so that's something that's only the very finest Bibles. 2 ribbon markers. They're the very thin ribbon markers. They extend outward. I always like them being different links, because one for Old Testament, one for New Testament kind of thing. The old Cambridge Bibles used to have whip stitching. I've been looking for Bibles with whip stitching for a while. Now this is not going to have any references in the text. We're going to get to the red lettering here. Look at that. That's the old Cambridge red lettering too. And they're also very particular, and I appreciate this, about putting the red lettering in Revelation, where a lot of Cambridge won't do it, like in Revelation 22, Church Bible Publishers will. So let's see if it's got any extra helps. I mean, this is just a good carrying Bible. It's 10-point print. It does. Let's see what it's going to have. Let me make sure it's red lettered in Revelation 22. That it is. Very nice red lettering. Now, the concordance is good, but it is smaller print. Excellent gold edging. Let's see if it's art gilt edging. You know, a lot of people don't remember the times about like Cowhide. It used to be in the 70s and 80s especially that a lot of American Bibles did American Cowhide, and tons of Americans preferred those over Moroccan leather. Nowadays it's like Moroccan leather, best, end of story. And boy, if you try to go against that orthodoxy, people will fight you. It's like weird. So 15 maps, look like nice maps. Let's see, and this is just a great carrying size Bible. So just for reading, I've read this particular Bible for many, many years. I still preach out of it. Now, the Cambridge edition with a little larger print. Let me clarify that. But like the page numbers are the same, everything's the same. I should go ahead and show you that. Like page 711. Watch the pages not be the same nowadays. Let's see here. 711. Not the store. Yeah, see, you can see. So this is going to be the Cambridge large print. This is the one I use for teaching here, like when we do our verse by verse series, Romans and Genesis and Proverbs. This is what I'll teach out of, and this is what I teach and preach out of when I preach out another edition. I just leave this one in here. It's a run slap out, as they say. But you can see it's just got better print, all that, but it's not going to be red letter. So this Bible is only going to be, and it does have a good yap, but it's not full yap by any means. It'd be somewhat of a semi-yap. So yap to yap, 8.5 inches by 5.5. I mean, that's just fantastic. About 1 3/4 inches thick. It's going to be about 10-point tight using the typometer here. Had a viewer send this, and I am so appreciative, you wouldn't believe. Yeah, 10-point type, excellent 10-point type. But 2 ribbon markers, just a great feel to this Bible. The only thing is like, for some reason, like the spine, I guess, is so reinforced for the presentation pages, it sticks up some. So it doesn't like lay flat. But man, what a Bible. Again, thank you, Mr. Hagano Morales. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You've sent me a few things. Greatly appreciated. Sent the ministry here. We usually pass certain Bibles on to various people. Don't write me for this one, please. This may already be spoken for somewhere else. So God bless you. I'll talk with you later.